So, welcome to Creative Conversations. My name is Carrie Hilderner, and this is
Emmy Wyatt.
good. And we're here to talk about
Collaboration.
Good. I'm glad you were.
Yeah.
Good. We should be able to get along then.
Yep.
So, the way this works is we're going to ask you some questions about collaboration.
Okay. I hope I have some answers.
I hope you do too. This will be a very short interview.
Yep.
So, the first question: what works have you brought here to show us today?
Okay, so over here I have my Miro-inspired painting. Scattered throughout here I have some of my photography as well. I have my Picasso-inspired portrait, and I also have my cardboard car model.
Okay, good stuff. So, what do they have to do with collaboration? How do they play out?
So with a lot of these, I had to get ideas either from people or from the internet kind of thing, like especially with the cardboard car, it was a lot of research. And I had to work with a group to make it, of course. And with the Miro painting and the Picasso portrait, it was a lot of kind of asking people what they thought about it and kind of, you know, seeing what ideas they had that I could kind of implement into my paintings.
So, when you had to build that one, you had to build it as a team with 6 other artists. What was that like?
It was really fun. It was a little daunting at first because the task was so big, but once you have a solid group behind you to kind of figure it out, it makes it a lot easier.
So, you had lots of chances for feedback, did you?
Oh yes. A lot of us, we all came with different ideas, and we all kind of worked them out, and it's the product of it.
Yeah. So, how does one collaborate?
So you're either working with others, or maybe you're getting ideas from others, kind of asking for their feedback, maybe some constructive criticism.
So, how did collaboration work on the card?
It worked really well. At first, we were all a little bit shy around each other, and we didn't really know what to do. But after kind of getting to know the people in my group and laying out all of our ideas and talking about it and kind of planning it out, it became a lot easier. We all became kind of more friendly with each other. And
So, you just stood out a mouthful. It was interesting you said getting to know each other. How important is that?
it's really important, actually, because everyone in your group is going to have different ideas or abilities, and you kind of want to play to the best of that in order to come out with the best finished project that you can.
Sure. You also mentioned working together. How does one proceed? So, I've gotten to know you, best friends and everything. How do we go from there?
Well, you have to respect everyone's ideas and what they want to bring to the project, and kind of like work with that in order to incorporate it in and make sure everything's all coming together smoothly.
Okay, good. And you obviously have to decide how the work is going. We talked about planning. How does that play out?
Planning is really important. You have to make sure everyone's on the same page, because when you're working with a group, communication is really key. So when you're researching, you have to make sure everyone has the same measurements, and you might want to assign jobs so that everyone can kind of have their own part in what they're doing, and you can get the job done faster.
Yeah, absolutely. Very important for everybody to have their own job.
Yep.
Yeah.
And to have the same measurements as well, because if someone has a different kind of like slightly off something or other, it will affect you in the long run.
So, excuse my reach here. You have your sketchbook. No
Yep.
coincidence, by the way, pointing to the cardboard car project. So, talk to that a bit. What does the sketchbook play in a role in collaboration?
It's really important also because sometimes you can't really communicate your ideas in words, so you might want to draw it out. Like a lot of the pages in here, us drawing like different parts and that sort of thing, coming up with measurements, and then we would all kind of copy the pages into our own sketchbooks, so we all had our own set.
Good.
Yeah.
And then everybody worked on separate parts or different elements?
Yep.
So, how did you decide that?
So some people were better, at measuring maybe than some people. So we would have them measure out the pieces, and we would have someone cut it out, maybe 2 people cut them out.
Yeah.
And then depending on their abilities, like we had some people work on the detailing, so they do all the really small carving, or some people were cutting out windows for the car, making wheels,
A lot goes into making a car,
Oh yeah.
especially when it's made out of cardboard.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. When do you like to collaborate?
Either when I want to have some constructive criticism or feedback on what I'm doing, or if I have this huge project that I know I can't do by myself, or it would take me a very long time to do by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speeds things up.
Yeah, exactly. Get it done in a timely manner.
Do you have a favorite collaboration story?
It's probably the cardboard car, which I keep talking about, just because we started off originally with a golf cart, and we were a bunch of like people who didn't know each other. We're like, let's make a golf cart, and after hearing some feedback, we decided to do a Porsche 911 instead. And we got to know each other, got to know each other's abilities, and by the end of this like month journey of making this car, we were all really good friends. And it was nice to look back and we were like, we made that together.
You made a car and some friends.
Yeah, exactly.
All in an art class. So do. Yeah, absolutely. Good. So what do you do when the team breaks down?
You kind of all have to regroup, because if one person's breaking down, it might kind of affect what everyone else is doing. So you all kind of have to come together and communicate with one another, see if you can like help them out, or if you need to like start something over again, or change it, that kind of thing.
You talked about respecting people and other people's ideas. How does that sort of play out in building a car or doing an art project?
Well, since there's so many components of a car and also any art project, you kind of have to make sure that everyone has their own unique ideas, and you want to make sure that you incorporate them, or maybe at least just kind of consider them for the project. Because you want to have the best final product, and sometimes people think of ideas that you don't have yourself, and you want to kind of put them all together and see what other people's perspectives are, and it makes the project that much more amazing and special. So,
Can only imagine. So when you're done and you finish making the car, what do you feel?
Really successful. It's a really good feeling, especially not only knowing that you kind of had to go through this whole process of planning it out, and you think about what the end product is going to be, and you work with your team towards this end product, and then you see it in front of yourself, and you're like, wow, we accomplished a lot.
Indeed.
It's a little shocking, yeah.
Porsche 911 started off as a golf cart.
I know, yeah.
Accomplishment right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, good. So you're a collaboration expert, I think,
Thank you.
Is it self-taught or is it learned?
It's a little bit of both, just because you have to go into a certain attitude of, you have to respect others, have to value their ideas, have to be able to kind of communicate effectively, whether it's through writing or drawing.
Yeah.
But it's also shared, because at the end of the day, you're taking those skills that are self-taught and you're applying them to a group. Like, you have to communicate with your group, you have to plan with your group. Your group has to respect you as well,
Yeah, absolutely. Not everybody can do it well, right? So there's two elements to it, isn't there?
Exactly. Yeah.
Good. Research, process, progress. You may have heard those words before.
Oh, yes.
Rumor has it. How do those relate to collaboration?
Well, all of them are very important, and research is like your first step. So you have to make sure all the measurements are the same, everyone's on the same page, get everyone's ideas out there and kind of consider them, play around with some different things. And then progress, you have to take those ideas and kind of turn it into a reality, give everyone jobs, make sure they know what they're doing, check up on one another, make sure everything's running smoothly and you're going to get it done in a timely fashion. And then progress, when you look back at your car, and not only are you really surprised that you did it all with your group and you kind of revel in that excited feeling and kind of surprised, happy feeling, but you kind of have to look at it and be like, okay, is there anything else in this world that we could do to improve this car? What could we have done, and like what you kind of learned from it, and how to carry that on into future projects?
I would suggest for next time Lamborghini.
Getting fancy.
Absolutely. Porsche, Lamborghini, it's all good.
Yep.
So, what's your final statement? Tell us, how important is collaboration?
Collaboration is really important, not only because it gives you skills in the art room, it's good to collaborate with others, especially when you're doing art, you want to get people's ideas, and, you want to make things that people like to look at and appreciate. But also you can take those skills that you learn here in the art room and you can apply them anywhere. You have to collaborate with people all the time, whether it's in a job or if you're in a different class and you have to work with others. Or in an interview. Collaboration is really important in your everyday life. You do it all the time without realizing it sometimes. Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us on Creative Conversations. Thank you.
Thank you.